Well, something that's become a regular part of apparel these days, we all carry these masks around with us. You just don't know whether this business that you want to patronize requires it, etc. Can a government, however, require me to wear one of these face masks when I go up and down the street?
Well, Jeff, you and I know as lawyers that governmental powers are expanded in times of national emergency, and that includes health crises like pandemics. So the short answer is yes, but the more practical question is how does the government enforce a mandate, even if they're legally entitled to make it? I mean, we've heard from police departments across the nation that they don't think they should have to be the mask police. The business owners are saying the same thing. They can put on those signs, they can require you to wear them. What do you do with an unruly patron that just won't? So these are some of the problems that even though we do have to wear them, how exactly is that going to be enforced? And then, Jeff, another practical question, what's a mask? Is it a bandana? Is it an N95? Or is it one of those many, many things in between that we've seen marketed and sold on the internet, all those fancy designs? What exactly do you have to wear? And is it over your face covering, or can your nose be sticking out? All these questions.
And we've had a fight here in Iowa, as the audience knows, where various mayors have tried to implement citywide mask policies, but they're not legal because they are in contradiction with the governor's proclamation for an emergency. And so that's yet another layer that depends on how proclamations are written state to state.
Exactly. And remember, even to add another layer of complexity to that, remember when the president came out and made some comments about what he thought, whether or not you should wear a mask, what you thought. And then that was in contradiction with what many of the state governors are doing, which then is in contradiction with the cities, municipalities. People have different rules. How do you know what to follow? And can any agency ever levy a fine or other sanction for not following a rule that's so ambiguous, or where you're getting conflicting orders depending on who's making the rules?
And of course, to that point, if you had a very specific rule with regard to the texture of the mask, and again, does it have to be an N95, et cetera, now you've got shortages again. And we have 300 million Americans. It's hard to have this kind of protective gear available for everyone when we were having a hard time having it for emergency individuals and first responders.
And that's how we started this whole debate, Jeff. I remember back in the day that everybody was saying, please don't buy or wear masks, save them for the first responders. And now everybody has to wear one. And it kind of begs the question, why were we saving them originally for the first responders if they are for the protection of others from you, if you're an asymptomatic spreader? Science is catching up with a lot of the questions. We're finally getting the answers we need. And let's just hope that lets everybody know better to just wear them and reopen the economy sooner rather than later than fight the order because you think it's not constitutional and have to wear them for a longer period of time.